The air was thick with dust as Alex stepped into the forgotten lab. The door creaked loudly, echoing through the empty corridors. He had heard rumors about this place, whispers of secret experiments and strange occurrences. But he never expected what he was about to find. The lab was a maze of broken equipment and shattered glass. Papers were scattered everywhere, covered in equations and diagrams that made no sense to him. As he ventured deeper, he noticed a faint glow coming from one of the rooms. Curiosity got the better of him, and he followed the light. Inside the room, he froze. There, in the center, was a large glass pod. And inside the pod was a girl. She looked human, but something about her was different. Her skin had a faint, almost imperceptible shimmer, and her eyes glowed a soft blue. She was dressed in a simple white gown, and her long silver hair floated around her as if she were underwater. Alex approached cautiously. "Hello?" he called out, his voice trembling. The girl's eyes snapped open, and she turned to look at him. For a moment, they just stared at each other. Then, the glass pod hissed, and the lids slowly opened. The girl stepped out, her movements graceful but uncertain. Who are you?" Alex asked, taking a step back. The girl tilted her head, as if trying to understand his words. "I do not know," she replied, her voice soft and melodic. "I remember nothing." Alex's heart raced. "What do you mean, you remember nothing? Where are you from?" She looked around the lab, her glowing eyes scanning the room. "This place, it feels familiar, but I cannot recall why. I only know that I have been here for a very long time." Alex's mind was spinning. Who was she? What was she doing here? And why couldn't she remember anything? The girl reached out and touched a nearby console. The moment her fingers made contact, the room came alive. Lights flickered on, and holographic screens appeared, displaying streams of data. Alex watched in awe as the girl's eyes darted across the screens, absorbing the information. "I think I was part of an experiment," she said slowly. "But I do not know what they were trying to achieve." Alex's curiosity turned to concern. "We need to get you out of here. This place, it's not safe." The girl nodded, but as they turned to leave, a loud clang echoed through the lab. Alex spun around to see a massive metal door slamming shut, trapping them inside. "Looks like we're not alone," Alex muttered, his heart pounding. The girl's eyes narrowed. "We must find a way out. Quickly." As they searched for an exit, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. The lab, once silent, now seemed alive with unseen dangers. Shadows moved in the corners of his vision, and the faint hum of machinery grew louder. "Who do you think is doing this?" Alex whispered. The girl paused, her glowing eyes scanning the room. "I do not know. But I sense a presence. Something that does not want us to leave." Suddenly, a voice crackled over the intercom. "Subject 7A, you are not authorized to leave the premises. Return to your pod immediately." Alex's blood ran cold. "Subject 7A? Is that you?" The girl nodded, her expression grim. "It seems they have been watching me all along." The voice continued. "Intruder, you have entered a restricted area. Surrender now, or face the consequences." Alex clenched his fists. "We're not surrendering. We're getting out of here." The girl placed a hand on his shoulder. "Follow me. I think I know a way." She led him through a series of narrow corridors, her movements swift and confident. Alex struggled to keep up, his heart pounding in his chest. The lab seemed to shift around them, walls closing in and doors locking behind them. Finally, they reached a large, circular room. In the center was a strange device, a swirling vortex of light and energy. "What is that?" Alex asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "It's a portal," the girl replied. "I do not know where it leads, but it is our only chance." Before Alex could respond, the voice boomed again. "You cannot escape. The portal is unstable. Entering it will result in your destruction." The girl turned to Alex, her glowing eyes filled with determination. Do you trust me? Alex hesitated for a moment, then nodded. I do. Together they stepped into the portal. The world around them dissolved into a blur of light and sound. Alex felt as though he were being pulled in 1,000 directions at once. Then, with a sudden jolt, they emerged on the other side. They were no longer in the lab. Instead, they stood in a vast, open field under a sky filled with unfamiliar stars. The air was crisp and clean, and the silence was deafening. Where are we? Alex asked, his voice trembling. The girl looked around, her expression one of wonder. I do not know. But I feel free. As they stood there, taking in their surroundings, Alex realized that their journey was far from over. The girls passed, the lab, the mysterious forces that had trapped them, it was all connected. And now, they had to uncover the truth.